All right, folks, what's up? Here we are. We're going to go over our portfolio and where we're currently at. We are through. We're through June. Thank God. You know, June was a tough expiration cycle for us to trade through, mainly because of just how volatile it was. I think that we traded as well as we could have. And we'll just keep collecting premium and keep the system as we're doing. But okay, here we are. Let's look into the next couple of months. Okay, so here we are in EEM. Looking okay. We are really at this point when we're thinking about July expiration. We've got 34 down. I'm fine with a little bit of a correction. The other thing that I'm also fine with is if we get into spaces like this where we're up some amount of money, I'm just going to go ahead and take that off, okay? Because it's been so volatile, I'm just going to go ahead and take off some of these trades if it shows that we have the ability to be profitable. Here's October. October looks really good. Looking fine there. Then we have August. August is also looking fine. Really okay there. So really we're looking at EEM because we're so heavy in EEM. We're going to look at taking some of EEM off. Okay, EWZ, kind of the same thing. Here we are. June, of course, is gone. Let's look at September. September, we're really just waiting for some of that IV to come off. Pretty large amount of risk here for September, and so we might, if we go to EWZ, where is EWZ on our let's just symbol EWZ is at 28th percentile, so we're not necessarily we are right in the middle of this RSI value, 30 to 70, 50. So this is our RSI 2, this is our RSI 14, and so we're right in the middle with EWZ. So that's worth just worth having a general idea on. Okay, so let's get IV percentile all the way back up. There we go. Okay. So EWZ would be something that I could see us adding, the week of 6/22/20, adding an August strangle here in EWZ. And we'd probably look at, if we're at 29.70, probably 24 right here, and 36. Maybe our 35. I could see us going 24.35. So that's a potential trade that we're going to take a look at for EWZ. Of course, the reason that we're not necessarily looking at EEM is because we're already built out through really through August. Looks like we already had a September position and we took that off. So that's really why we're looking at EWZ there. FXI, we have this here in August. Of course, we have this single strangle that we're looking at. Not really worth doing anything major here in FXI. We got IWM. We added a pretty significant position here in October, and as you can see here, really nice and wide break evens here in October. Okay, here we are in FXI again, really nice break evens. We should start to see some of this theta. We're here in a strangle on FXI, which means that we're not going to be fighting both ends of the theta decay, and so we're only going to be gaining that theta. And of course, we have our strategy should we need to go in and adjust. Okay, SPY closed down. Really interestingly, here in July, we have this huge iron condor on. Goes all the way down to, what is this, 210? So 210 is our short strike, 205 is our long strike. And we have our short strike here at 305 and 310. I'm not doing anything with this yet. I'm just going to see what happens over the next month. I could certainly see rolling this part of our call, right? So I could see us rolling the rolling the call there. You know, in August we're at 320, just waiting on some of that again theta decay, and then September we're also looking fine here. So this is all-time highs out here. We'll see if we get to all-time highs by September. I would be quite honestly shocked if we do, but this market, you just never know. The primary thing for us to be taking a look at in VIX is this position on for next week. So expiration here in just a couple of days, trying to get this on. I don't know that we'll be lucky enough to get that, but we do have this here 45 call. Of course, if it's a losing trade, we'll roll that out a week. If it's not a losing trade, we'll let it expire worthless, and we will add. So we can go ahead and just, you know, go Monday, and then Thursday we'll add a VIX 20 delta call right here. So you know, that's kind of where we're at as we look at building our strategy. You know, Tuesday, Wednesday, not sure what we'll do on Friday, so we're not sure what we'll do on any of these days yet, but it's worth us taking a look at just kind of the general idea. So VIX is fine there. XHB, we added this position on in XHB last week, which looks really solid. So we go back to our analyze. Let's just get this. This is actually not looking like this. It's because of how crazy the closing spreads were, right? 0 to 440, 15 to 196. Neither of those are accurate, but we got a really nice wide break even on XHB. Let's transition XHB over to September. I think this is an important note for us as we look at September. We are really short pretty hard this 40 call, okay, and we've got a total price of 157. It's all protected here, but you know, at some point I need to begin the process of adjusting September XHB, right? We're how many days away now? 89 days away from expiration. We've still got plenty of time here to make some of these things happen, but I do think it's worth noting. I mean, we've been in this trade for a pretty long time. So 422, so 2 months ago here, and then almost exactly a month ago tomorrow. So 2 months ago we put on our initial trade. A month ago tomorrow we put on our laddered trade. You know, and we'll see what happens here. You know, this has a pretty, of course, being protected is really, really good here. You know, and we've got some of these that are on, and we're getting some positive decay here. But it's still worth us noting that we probably need to do some level of adjusting on this particular trade. Okay, so we'll probably do some level of adjusting on this trade for us here in XHB this week, and as we've noted, we're going to begin the process of adjusting XHB. I don't know what that looks like yet, but it's certainly going to be something on my radar here, is to adjust XHB here. Okay, XLE looks fine. In fact, XLE may come off relatively soon. Looking for another $40 here on this XHB. You know, that could be, you know, look at XLE September trade as well this week. I don't know where we're at with XLE. All right, XLE, we've got a 27.96 IV percentile. So I would ideally like to have that a little bit longer, but if we go to XLE, we can see that, you know, 830. So let's just say what, 31. We could get $1.05 here. Add 8, so 48. Go 48.21 and get 61 cents here. Not a ton of credit, but we could still get close to $1.50 in credit on that type of a strangle. Okay, so it's certainly something that we could look at. So I'm going to look at XLE as potential September trade this week. Moving on, XLRE, nothing to note here, just some decay already working in our favor for us. August position here. Wouldn't surprise me to potentially get this thing off early, because we're going to begin to see theta decay. XLY, again, looks like we probably have some funky, 20 to 5, 125 to 5. So we've got some kind of funky spread action going on here, which makes this look like it's a position a little bit less okay than it actually is. The move down, we got into this 131, 132 range, so I'm pretty excited to have seen us move down a little bit. That's certainly good for us, okay? XLY, so let's go to XME here. Actually don't really know. Let's just go to August first. August is looking fine. Got a single strangle on small here, just looking at trying to get that off. And then let's go to September. September also looks fine. We are okay here. Got still 10% worth of a move here in order for us to have to do anything here on our XME position. So continuing on both of these positions in XME to just let theta decay and time continue to move. Okay. Finally, XRT. Okay, so XRT looks like it so some funky bid-ask spreads here. XRT had a pretty major move down. We of course were short the 43 calls and got out of those when we were essentially break even after commissions here in the June positions on Friday. So here we're just looking. We've still got plenty of room here, just under 10% before we'll want to begin the process of adjusting. But if we get up here to 45, let's just make sure that there is a market watch. XRT, actually not seeing an XRT here. So we'll just go ahead and add this XRT above 45. We'll want to adjust vertical for July XRT. So what we'll do is we will go here, change our date, that way we have a vertical there. 26 days, so hopefully we'll not challenge that. Keep moving these days closer to expiration, and always be taking in credits. One of the things that may be worth looking at is if we do have a decent... So IV isn't great here, so I don't necessarily want to do anything in XRT, but I could see us trying a 37... What will this be? 37, add 3748, strangle here for August at some point. Not necessarily sure if I'm going to do that. So I've got a number of ideas here going into the week. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll try to add one trade a day, right? One trade a day here, and begin the process of continuing to collect premium through these trades, rolling where we need to roll to ensure additional premium collection, and closing when we hit our profit targets. Okay. On the whole, I am glad to be moving on from June. As you can see on our past performance page, we've really started to track, beginning with this July expiration cycle, all of our trades. That way there's, full transparency for the trading, and there is the ability for folks to see exactly the trades that we're putting on and our statistics beyond those trades. And so I'm really excited to begin showing that all to just move on. And so, well, this is where we're at. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at Ryan, RYAN, @sellthatoption.com. Otherwise, happy trading, and let's have a fantastic week.